The disagreeing for me came with the starting with the infertility and the market value depreciating. So with the infertility, I know I said this yesterday. Some stuff is science, right? You can't get around that. But I feel like when you start with that and you lead with that, it then makes people get defensive and they don't even hear the rest of it. I know when I first listened to it, I was like, oh God, this is going to be another one of those conversations where like someone's telling me as a woman, by the time you get this age, your life is over. And you know, when you're like trying to figure things out and you're like, I'm 31 years old, right? Like I'm recently out of a very long relationship. You want to feel, not I heard, who told you? Charlemagne. Charlemagne told me.
Jesus Christ.
Charlemagne told me, Lord. You know,
but I feel
don't
like,
worry, there's life after. Go ahead, sis.
I know, but that's my point. It's like, for me, I made a very conscious decision with a lot of things in my life. Going to college, being in the relationship that I was in, not being in that relationship, even with my like recent, you know, back and forth to East Coast, West Coast, like I've always had to be very conscious and cognizant of the fact that like, you know, as a woman, as a Black woman, right, especially working in the space that I work in, I might not get that other chance. Like I got to do it right the first time. And I think
you're talking about professionally?
Professionally and personally.
Okay.
And only because that's
what are your personal goals? Just so we're clear, you want marriage and children?
I want marriage.
And that
I want children.
Yes. Family foundation.
I want all of that.
Right.
I don't even have a number of kids. Once we start, we start. I just want
to have
twins
we're
first.
not going to get into the minutiae of that.
But yeah, but yes, I would.
Okay.
I'm going to be an amazing mom. But I just feel like when you lead with the stuff that you lead with, it instantly turns the conversation negative. And for someone like me who is watching and learning and listening to you, it makes it where now I am defensive. I don't want to watch, listen, and learn. I don't hear the rest of what you're saying. So now I'm not being taught. And I should feel like I can listen to you and learn from you and not feel like you're the op, right? And that's how it starts off when you instantly are telling me everything negative about what I already am facing every single day. And I think that that's a big part of it too, is like when you put certain truths in front of people, it hurts. People don't want to hear it. But beyond that, like you can't get around the infertility.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. And that what you heard, my friends, is a woman in her feelings and reacting to what was said emotionally instead of taking her emotions out of what was said and looking at what was said logically and rationally. Now, you know, in this space, we don't particularly care for Ebony K. Williams, but she said something that resonates and that we've said a lot in this space. And just like us, she got the same negative reaction from the Sisterhood, and you're hearing it right now. Now, first of all, this is just a typical, it ain't what you said, it's how you said it.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And notice that she kept using the term, I feel like. And when you said this, it hurt my feelings and it shut me down and I didn't want to listen. And you know what I find strange? When the tables are turned, they don't got an issue with that. It's almost as if like they know they're the weaker and the more emotional gender between the two. But they only want to act like it when it's convenient for them. Like not being able to take accountability or take in any real cold hard truths that may or may not hurt your feelings. Let's continue.
The second thing was the market value, right? I don't agree. Like, I don't know where you were at 31, but for me, I feel like I'm just now getting to the space where like the people that I'm able to, or not even able to, but the people that I'm dating, the life experiences that I'm experiencing that are teaching me what I want, what I don't want. I'm right now in the best space that I've ever been in. And that wasn't me in college. I didn't know what I wanted in college. I didn't know who I was in college. I seen nothing, haven't done anything. I didn't agree with that. But go ahead.
Get the French toast out of here. That is bullshit.
Okay, of course you didn't agree with that. But notice that what you're describing has nothing to do with what Ebony K was mentioning when she was referring to that. The sexual that kind of goes hand in hand with the fertility. You're 31. You haven't had any kids yet. Any man that's going to be with... I literally just had this conversation with you guys the other day, bro. Dealing with a woman at that age, you're going to have to, what I call, expedite the relationship. You're going to have to speed things up. You're going to be moving on her clock instead of your clock, which is ridiculous when you think of it as a man, because you control access to relationships. Therefore, she's going to be rushing you to marriage. She's going to be rushing you to have kids because she knows her biological clock is ticking as well. So now you got to rush to do all this, and you might not even know for sure if this is the woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with. See, it's easier to vet and kind of weed these women out when you're going through a multitude of options when it comes to younger women, because they're younger, which meaning they're more fertile, meaning you have more time to vet these women out and see if they're a good fit for you. Versus dealing with a 31-year-old, you gotta move a lot faster. I mean, men aren't trying to do that, because all you're doing is taking away a man's leverage and being in control of having access to relationships. And you know what I mean, that's just how I see it. But let's keep it moving, because Ebony gonna respond.
Yeah, let's just, because you put two big ones out, and let's break them down before we get ahead of ourselves. Young black lady, not consumed. So when I was giving the advice, the strategy, the game, putting certain people up on some game, I'm talking to a very limited pool of young black ladies, the ones that are currently in school or immediately following school or graduate school. And then the other caveat, I'll say, the other place this information is in real time relevant to are the mothers or even the fathers of those young women. That's who this is for. So this is actually not even applicable to you, Lauren. No, let me finish.
No,
I have to finish because
wait,
wait.
Hold on.
I have to finish my thought.
I just want to wait before you finish your thought.
Okay.
I just want to.
Now, see what I mean? Emotional response. Emotional response. Nah. Oh, you feel me? She felt the way. She got triggered by what Ebony K just said. But was Ebony K lying? Look, I look. Y'all ain't gotta go sit over here and go in the comments talk and shitting on Ebony K. We already know what time it is. I'm talking about this discussion between her and the other woman. I want y'all to focus in on the other woman that was interviewing her. That's what I need y'all to pay attention to, because this is the perfect example of, even when women are trying to put other women on game, when older women are trying to put younger women on game, notice how they still act rebellious, bro. And she's just keeping it a bean with these chicks, bro. And to top it off, what she said wasn't even in reference to the chick that's in her feelings, because this chick already been in a long-term relationship. She's 31, don't have kids, already settled into her profession and all that shit. You don't even fit in the group of women that message was for. So why the fuck are you so triggered?
Emotional damage.
Let's keep it moving.
Like, let's rewind a little bit, because I also think too, the reason why people also, because not just me or the people, because even the people it's meant for, I'm sure some of them did the same exact thing as well,
and
too,
some
right?
did not.
Right, and some did not.
And some did not.
Right.
Because you read all the comments, right?
Yeah, I did.
And
But what I think
appreciated
happens
that.
is with you, and I did saying this in the most respectful way, I think that the way that you approach things, like even this conversation right now, it can make it does that. It dilutes the whole point of
for
like
you.
For you, you're talking to me specifically.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
said you agreed with Ebony though.
I agree with certain parts of it, but I think that my whole point of what I'm saying, right? Because right now I feel like you're taking what I didn't agree with and the fact that I don't remember specific words or whatever you said.
No, I'm not, Lauren. Really, I really think this would be better served and more productive if, just like it's kind of like an opening statement in a court of law, I gave you a good amount of time to lay out two prongs of disagreement. And I respect and appreciate both of your positions. I'm not saying they are wrong. Look at Andy Messy. I'm not saying they're wrong at all. But I am saying that I don't know how productive it is to be the time, manner, and delivery police, right? So when we talk about, and also the nature of this work that we all do in this space of media and journalism, whatever we want to call it, right? It's very subjective in nature. So for everybody, Lauren, that takes your position, which is very valid, it was visceral to me. I found it triggering. It felt hurtful. I felt attacked. I felt policed. I felt shitted on, whatever it is. There's also a whole nother contingency of Black women that felt seen by that commentary, that felt heard. I had sorors coming up to me. We had a fundraiser. Shout out to the Pi Kappa Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. It's Kiwi.
We do not care.
We had a fundraiser that very night that commentary dropped. And I had sorors coming up to me who are more in my age group, right? Because that's the first thing we need to acknowledge. Yeah. Lauren and I are not the same age. Mm-hmm. There's a good 10 years between me and this lovely young lady. Mm-hmm. So I'm speaking from a purview of experience that looks a bit different. Not vastly so, but a bit different.
I agree.
And my peers who are 40 and up are like, I wish someone would have told me. And the fact that you are doing the labor, Ebony, you are doing the service of letting young girls that are currently in position to put themselves in best practices because they are currently in school or graduate school or shortly thereafter, matters. And it's good that somebody is rolling up their sleeves and doing the work and having the conversation publicly that, quiet as kept, many pockets of Black elite culture are having with their children generationally every day. Many of my peers, Lauren, when I went to UNC Chapel Hill, who were Black just like me and you, right? They were taught going into the front end of freshman year, keep your eyes open, get those grades, get that degree. I expect you to go to medical school or law school or PhD. And also, if you want the traditional model, and that's a big if, this is going to be the best time to be surrounded by the highest concentration of Black men that are also pursuing the educational and fiscal model that you are and you desire.
And that's all she was saying, bro. And it's crazy because when I originally reacted to that, all you guys in the comments basically said the same thing. This is the same thing Kevin Samuels was trying to tell y'all. But ain't it funny how Kevin Samuels literally had the same message for women that are in college, and they basically are giving the same response to him that they're giving to Ebony K. Williams? It wasn't what you said, it's how you said it. Because deep down, they know it makes sense, but the reality is that it's not about how it was said, it's just a mere fact that it was said that got them triggered. That's what's so crazy, man. But I gotta show y'all this last part of this interview, because this is gonna really show the lady that was interviewing Ebony. This is gonna really show her true colors. Oh my God, check this out.
I believe that men mean well when they say they're looking for their Michelle Obama, when they say they're looking for the Beyonce to their Jay-Z, but they're lying.
Would you agree they can't handle that ego-wise as well?
I'm not going to go in that direction. What I am going to say is what they prioritize are the things you just laid out. They want a woman who is accommodating to them. They want a woman who, especially more successful men, they want a woman that when they say, hey, yo, I'm going to the south of France for 2 weeks, pack your bag, let's go. Let me tell you what they don't want to hear, Lauren. Oh, I got to go to LA to shoot Judge Ebony for 3 days. Oh, I got to go be at a conference in Florida for Black women attorneys gathering. Oh, I got to go to sorority thing.
It sounds like based on a true story.
It's all based on true story. I wouldn't lie.
Charlamagne, shut up. Let these women talk, please.
Yeah, no, but I'm glad he said that, because when you said that, I'm like, damn. So she
this
has
is my lived experience.
Yeah, you got some background, like personally.
There's a vulnerability in this conversation that I really want people to feel right now, because
and then you're just pointing out the delivery point that I was trying to make earlier. In your delivery, and I know content, right? And I understand what you do. You're really good at what you do, content-wise. It always causes these things.
I don't look
right?
like it. I know.
Period.
It's great.
But I think for me, like when I say that I disagree with those things that we talked about, what I wanted to make clear earlier was, and I think we kind of got to this, me disagreeing doesn't mean that what you're saying to me is just like, oh, this is BS. Oh, this isn't true. Like, because what I just said goes to a lot of the points that you made.
Right.
I think that the disagreement again comes in with how you say it, and we don't get that vulnerability, right? So me sitting here with you right now is like, this is what I want to feel when I see the content. I might not always get that though. And maybe it's not, like you said, it wasn't for me. It was for the girls that's still in college, right?
Correct.
But at the same time, it's placed on my timeline, so I get it and I feel it and I stop and I listen either way. But
I'm glad you do. Shout out to the team at the Griot. Go ahead.
But
you agree?
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit
There
up.
you go, man. Y'all heard it. Y'all fucking heard it, bruh. The moment Ebony revealed that it was personal, and she started revealing some personal truth about herself, now all of a sudden, oh, see, it wasn't about what you said, it was about how you said it. But now that you're being vulnerable and you're in see, this is what I wanted to feel.
Wait a minute, what the hell?
I'm gonna play it. I gotta play that back because I want y'all to pay attention to what that woman said, bruh. It just goes, the whole vibe changed after that. Just pay attention.
Go. Let me tell you what they don't want to hear, Lauren. Oh, I got to go to LA to shoot Judge Ebony for 3 days. Oh, I got to go be at a conference in Florida for Black women attorneys gathering. Oh, I got to go to sorority thing.
It sounds like based on a true story.
It's all based on true story. I wouldn't lie.
Charlamagne, shut up. Let these women talk, please.
No, but I'm glad he said that, because when you said it, I'm like, damn. So she
this
has
is my lived experience.
You got some background, like personally.
There's a vulnerability in this conversation that I really want people to feel right now, because
and then you're just pointing out the delivery point that I was trying to make earlier. In your delivery, and I know content, right? And I understand what you do. You're really good at what you do, content-wise. It always causes these things.
I don't look like it. I know.
Period.
It's great.
But I think for me, like when I say that I disagree with those things that we talked about, what I wanted to make clear earlier was, and I think we kind of got to this, me disagreeing doesn't mean that what you're saying to me is just like, oh, this is BS. Oh, this isn't true. Like, because what I just said goes to a lot of the points that you made.
Right.
I think that the disagreement again comes in with how you say it, and we don't get that vulnerability, right? So me sitting here with you right now is like, this is what I want to feel when I see the content. This is what I want to feel when I see the content. This is what I want to feel when I see the content.
This is what I want to feel when I watch the content.
Y'all heard it.
She don't give a fuck about your logic. She basically just told you that shit. Yeah, all that's true and all that, but I don't give a fuck about all that. I'm only concerned about how the conversation makes me feel. How about your how your content makes me feel after it's over. It's like they say when it comes to business meetings, man. Men want solutions. Women just want to women just want to leave the business meeting feeling good. Bro, bro, this is a perfect example, man. Oh my god, bro, that's crazy, man. And this is why you can't tell them nothing, bro. This is why you can't tell them nothing. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this, man. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification that way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description, as well as my latest mixtape, Lost of Music Volume 2. And if you want to purchase any other merch, spreadshot.com link is in the description as well. Until the next video, y'all, deuces.